Your 7 key relationships. Second, self. Hi, welcome back. This is number 2 of 7 as we talk about our 7 key relationships. You know, a lot of people skip this one. They overlook it because we rarely think of the relationship with ourself as a relationship. And I see a lot of people out there in the world who are so kind and compassionate and caring and forgiving to everyone else, except for one, where they are harsh and cruel and demanding and unforgiving. Do you see how sometimes we can be so cruel in this key relationship? I am reminded of this one every time I get on a plane, and I fly quite a bit to go speak at events or attend conferences. Every time I get on an airplane and we're taxiing out to the runway, okay, just preparing to take off. And you've been there before, you know, they go through the safety routine. You're supposed to follow along in your little laminated card. Are you doing that? And they always come to a point in the presentation where they say, look, if we lose cabin pressure, these attractive little yellow cups are going to fall from the ceiling. It's an oxygen mask, basically, and you're supposed to fasten it on with the little rubber band. Then they always say this: if you're traveling with children or someone who needs assistance, please put your own mask on first. Now, why do they say that? Because our natural tendency, especially if you're a parent, you want to take care of your child, right? But here's the thing. If you're out cold in the aisle, you're part of the problem. You're just in the way now. In order to best help the other people, and we're getting to them in our other key relationships, okay? But in order to help them the best, we have to take care of ourselves. Some people get a little tipped over at this point because they're thinking, well, that sounds so selfish to take care of me. Look, there's a difference between selfishness and self-interest or self-care. In fact, I think there's a benevolent power to self-interest. Here's what I mean. We had visitors last weekend from South Africa visiting with us the first time that they were in this part of the world. They got to see snow for the first time. It was really awesome. And we're driving down the freeway to take them back to the airport. And I'm just marveling at all of the cars out here on the freeway. And then it occurred to me, the only reason we can safely get our friends back to the airport is because every other driver out here on the freeway is looking out for themselves. They don't even know me. Are they driving safely so that I can get there safely? No, they're driving safely so that they can get there safely. How selfish is that? It's not selfish, is it? Do you see the benevolent power of self-interest? When we take care of ourselves, we are enabling everybody else to have a better experience. As a professional psychologist, I've had the unfortunate experience of seeing little children who had to take care of their parents because of drug addiction or some kind of disability that put them in a position where they had to take care of things. And I think that's tragic. The parents in those scenarios probably had whatever reasons they had for being where they were. But check it out. The best gift you can give your children is a fully functioning parent. Consider the benevolent power of self-interest. Let me share another compelling example. Just a few weeks ago, I was in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, doing a program for the Southern Florida chapter of the National Speakers Association. The president of that chapter is Jeremy Torrisk. He is the author of this phenomenal book called Labor to Leadership. And he agreed while I was there in Fort Lauderdale to do a podcast episode with me. Jeremy shared his amazing story with me where, having grown up in a situation kind of like what I just described, with drug-addicted parents who weren't able to take care of the kids in the way that they could if they had taken better care of themselves, Jeremy grew up with some fears that he might get stuck in the same kind of patterns that his parents had been stuck in. He tells about this in his book. But then a powerful experience turned everything around for him. It was when he overheard his grandmother commenting to someone on the phone that Jeremy wasn't even his child. Now think about the implications of that, because all along Jeremy is thinking, well, this is my dad and I'm going to turn out just like him. Something clicked in his mind when he realized, wait a minute, I'm not even biologically related to this person. And it changed everything for him. He tells a story about how later on, as he was looking for his biological father, just out of curiosity and to satisfy his own desire to know, he found out that his biological father was a successful attorney in a busy city practice. Learning these two things, that he wasn't connected to the father he had growing up biologically, and that his biological father was actually a pretty brilliant and successful man, clicked in his head. And he was able to turn his life around. He's a successful business consultant now and just an amazing individual. The only thing that changed was his own thinking about this key relationship, the one that he has with himself. And notice his DNA didn't change. He's still the same person he was before he discovered these things. But his thinking about himself changed, and that changed the game for him. What an inspiring story. While we're still on this self relationship, in another video, I talked about self-care and 5 powerful tips to keep you sharp. Go watch that video next if you want to get a little boost on this particular relationship and how you can take care of yourself. The quick version is this. Number 1, maintain the machine, meaning your physical body of which your brain is a part. Number 2, create and protect free time for you. The focus of free time is to work on your key relationships and rejuvenation. Tip number 3, fuel the mind. Pay attention to what you're putting in there. What are you listening to? And what are you reading? In fact, I've got a gift for you. Go to the URL on the screen right now, drpauljenkins.com/best books. If you'll go to that URL, I'll put my top 10 list of personal development books right in your hands. Go grab it. Tip number 4, build the team. This has to do with who you associate with, who you hang out with, who you mastermind group with, who's coaching you. Build the team so that you have a powerful board of directors. And tip number 5, be nice, especially to yourself, and then to everyone around you. Those are 5 powerful self-care tips, and you can watch the other video that we get into a little more detail on that. You've got some great tools now to work on that second key relationship, the one that you have with yourself, and that's going to set you up for what's next. Join me on the next video to talk about key relationship number 3.